Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpents, and if you do enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Let me kick off today in a big way, right? I want you to understand where this particular organization is aligned, right? When someone is on a mission, they're trying to accomplish something that hasn't been done before, will probably, if they do succeed, will never be done again at this scale. But when you have vision and purpose as an organization, everything changes, right? And I talk about it daily on this channel because I do actually believe what you're about to hear. So have a look at what this gentleman has to say.
An ordinary company. We are not here to make us have a small market share or do X, do Y, and make small amount of money or something to happen. We are here to make a dent in the universe. Either we will change the remittance universe, the way you understand, the way value gets transferred across the world, between people, between institutions, or we will just fade away. So it's almost 0 or 1, and some of it comes from our Silicon Valley arrogance. Some of it comes from, that's the reason 6 years ago we were born with the mission of moving money like information moves today, right? And we are making it possible working with the existing ecosystem. So I think this is a key differentiator about Ripple, and that's the reason we are a monoline company. Every day we get tens of ideas to say, why don't you do security settlement? Why don't you work in trade finance? Why don't you do X, Y, Z? And what we tell them is, just cross-border remittances is $155 trillion problem. We'll solve this first. We'll make a difference to everybody who's present in this room. And once we have made the difference, then only we will look at something else. So we are like, Google is for search, Ripple is for remittances. Ripple is not
How good is that? Like Google is for search, we are for remittance. $155 trillion industry. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the goal, the ambition of what this company is looking to achieve. And I believe they will achieve it. That's my personal opinion. Again, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but that is what we're dealing with, right? So when people talk to you about it's not moving, it's still here, it's still there, remember the goal and remember what they actually are trying to do and what they're actually trying to achieve. I'd love to know your feedback on that video and what you personally thought of that. But the price at the moment, right, where we're at, what's going on at the moment, we'll talk about that. At the time of making this, we're sitting at that support level of 90 cents. It'll be interesting by the time the video goes live, where exactly are we at. We've had a low of 90 cents, we've had a high of 95 cents. Again, there hasn't been that much movement, but it'll be interesting to see where we're at when this does go live. But we'll talk about the 90 cent zone and then what that looks like moving forward. Now, SEC XRP lawsuit, crypto analyst says we should all be rooting for Ripple to win. I've touched on this, time and time again. And yeah, you guys should all be rooting. You should not be saying, I hope Ripple loses, or, oh, look at those guys out there. Whether you're pro XRP or not pro XRP, you should be pro the SEC getting a big kick in the ass when it comes to this particular case, because it should be done and dusted, right? And again, when it comes to analysis, a lot of people have different thoughts about where we're going, right? We failed at $1. Are we gonna attempt another one? We will definitely discuss that. Have a listen to this, right? No one is happy with the SEC at the moment.
Well, the phrase I would use is actually regressive. We've got a new innovation that has brought more people into the financial markets with a great deal of enthusiasm and excitement, more so than Wall Street has seen in generations. And yet, the SEC's approach to investor protection is basically to limit market access for the most those innovations with the greatest potential, to limit access to accredited investors, basically wealthy or sophisticated people. I think the math is about 13 million out of 300 million Americans qualify as accredited investors. I mean, that's a tiny sliver, a tiny slice of the American populace that the SEC will allow to access some of the most exciting innovations. I mean, that's a type of a paternalistic investor protection mandate, or at least as interpreted by the SEC.
See, no one is happy with how the SEC is approaching cryptocurrency. Absolutely nobody is happy with the approach that is being taken right now. And so for me, as I've said, as I will continue to say until it happens, it's a settlement or a win for Ripple. I don't see there any being other way, mainly because there's so much lack of clarity around what can and can't be done that it's confused everybody. So for me personally, that's how I see us moving forward. Now, what's really fascinating about 2022 is that we are moving, all the time, right? So the early market, the mainstream market, right? So at the moment, we're sitting probably at around, it really depends, right? I mean, we're still in that early adopters phase of cryptocurrency. I mean, around the world, we only have 4% of the entire world still in it. But I do believe that ISO 20022 will be play a major role in the moving forward and getting, more and more people into cryptocurrency. So we have billions of people yet to come in. And it's going to be really exciting to see in 2022 how much more percentage of the entire world population actually adopts cryptocurrency. Now, as we begin to look at the indicators, in particular at the moment, we're looking at the daily, right? So at the daily, we're sitting at that 90-cent support. Will we break the 90-cent support and go for the 80 cents? I'm not sure quite yet. We've touched that a couple of times since I've been making this video. And as soon as it touches 90, it's been going up. I'm not quite sure at the moment, right? So looking at this, looking on the daily, you can sort of get an idea about where we're at the moment. But primarily today, from an indicator perspective, about where we're at and what we're doing right now, we spoke about 90 cents being a very strong support level. I actually now, based on this, right, based on what I'm looking at the moment, I think that I don't think 90 will hold. I think we will drop that to that 85, 86 cents, and then we'll kick off again. Like I said, it's interesting at the moment, the way that it's going, but no real movement at the moment from an indicator perspective, to give us a different story, I guess. So where we're at right now and where XRP is moving at the moment towards making that move, I do believe that in the next day or two, within the next 24 to 48 hours, we will start to break out into the dollar and move and probably finish the 31st on around $1.20, $1.30, just based off of these indicators. Now, as we begin to look at the charts and we're looking at the moment about what kind of move we're about to make, this is what, like if you zoom out, right? This is the grand picture. This is the big picture. It's going to take us all the way to $16. And there's going to be some milestones along the way, which, of course, won't go exactly like this, but I wanted to zoom out and give you guys a perspective around just exactly how we're going to go around getting to where we need to get to. Very exciting, very, very exciting. But if you look at this and you look at the kind of formation that we're making at the moment, if you really zoom out, that's how we're going to get to all the way to 16, which is going to be really, really cool. Now, of course, break it down into, more micro targets compared to the big picture. Now, we're going to go towards $1, break above $1, probably to around $1.15, come back down to $1 flat, then continue to zigzag our way all the way to $1, like that $1.30, $1.35. Consolidating above that red line, and then we are off. But that there is the 170 to 180 at $1.80. Consolidating above $1.80 will get us all the way to $2.60. So steady she goes at the moment, but like I said, I don't think we'll hold 90. I think we'll go all the way to 85 cents, and then we'll finally get that break to go towards $1.39. So that's the kind of formation that we're looking at making at the moment, and really, exciting. Like exciting times ahead, right? I mean, it is about patience. It is about waiting. It is about having the posture to hold. And remember what we saw at the beginning, right? The bigger picture, the bigger picture. 12 months from now, I truly believe that we're going to be sitting in a position where there will be so many new people coming in and actually getting XRP in double digits. And we'll be like, wow, they are going to be like, wow, you guys could have bought at these prices and you didn't. Why? But again, it's easier said once it's already done. But we're here now, and you got to take, you got to do your own research, figure out if XRP is good for you, figure out the pros and cons, right? Because there's pros and cons with anything, right? The cons at the moment is that it is under a case. It is under a case, and the price is being suppressed. Do you have the patience to hold for the bigger picture? Should the bigger picture arrive? Because that's also an argument to be made as well. What if the bigger picture never arrives? But I want you to, to take the time, research, get the bigger picture in your mind, have really, really good posture, and I think you and I are going to have a fantastic 2022. If you did learn something new today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.